I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up. I'm on the way up.
I was on Instagram and I went in my DMs and there was a DM from a guy, and the DM was just he got a video of mine's that I don't even know the name of this page on Instagram. Is detox something on Instagram. So basically this page got a video of mine from my YouTube channel where I was talking about how the granddaughter is not allowed to spend the night over my house because I would only feed her fruit. And so this guy that messaged me, he saw that video that this other page had posted, and he shared it with me. I think he like remixed it or something and shared it with me. Whatever. I didn't even know it was out there. So he shared that video with me and I watched it. And it was a reel. Like, I don't know, I guess, you know, they had turned it into a reel. And in this reel, I'm just talking about how the son won't allow the granddaughter to spend the night over my house with me because I would only feed her food, meaning fruit. I wouldn't feed her anything processed. I wouldn't feed her anything poisonous. I wouldn't feed her anything artificial. I wouldn't feed her anything I couldn't pronounce. I wouldn't feed her anything linked to cancer or diabetes or heart disease or ADHD or any disease. Which when I say it like that, like it sounds like I could be lying when I put it like that. But I'm not lying. Like, that's the truth. That's what happened. Because, you know, if you haven't seen that video, then just a real quick recap. The son and his girlfriend were talking about me, and if they allowed their daughter to spend the night, whether I would feed her the things that they packed for her to eat or not. And so they're going back and forth whether I would or I wouldn't. And then the son reached out to me, and you know, once I found out what the things were, which were basically microwavable meals, then I was like, nah, I ain't feeding her that shit. And so, boom, that's basically the context of the whole video. It's talking about that scenario right there. And yeah, I mean, like, if you translate that, that's what it boils down to. They don't feel comfortable allowing their daughter, the granddaughter, to spend the night with me because I wouldn't feed her anything artificial. I wouldn't feed her anything I can't pronounce. And I wouldn't feed her anything linked to any sort of disease. And it's like, why? Like, that don't even make no sense. But it is more common, it's more popular than you would even be able to begin to imagine. And the thing is, it's just the way I said it. I broke it down so clearly. It's like, oh, that's what's really going on. See, people call these things food. But these things are not food, because food does not increase your chances of developing disease. Food is not artificial. Food does not have ingredients, especially ingredients that you can't even pronounce. Food does not cause cancer. Food does not cause diabetes. Food does not cause ADHD. Food does not cause obesity and liver disease and kidney disease and heart disease. And that's not food. Food does not cause these diseases. Food does not cause any disease. But people don't know what food is. And, you know, like the interesting thing, what I was just thinking about, you know, after watching this video, this like reel that this Instagram page made of my video, what I was thinking about was, this is what like people don't notice. I don't even remember what I said in that video, but what people don't know is the son and his girlfriend are both overweight. I would even say they're both obese. She is definitely obese. And he may be. You know, he's tall. But I still think he may be obese. I'm talking about by clinical definition. She is without a doubt. I don't need the clinical definition for her. But by clinical definition, he may be obese too. And what's interesting to me about that is, it's like clearly y'all are doing something wrong. It's like, why aren't they understanding this? Being overweight is not normal. Being obese is not normal. Both being overweight and being obese are incredibly unhealthy. Like, you're at a much higher risk. Like, your chances of developing cancer, heart disease, and diabetes are so high when you're obese. And they're high when you're overweight. Both of them are unhealthy. But they also think they know how to eat. They both think they know what's best for their daughter to eat, and they don't even know what's best for them to eat. The evidence is they're both overweight / obese. And so here I am, you know, and the girlfriend, his girlfriend may not know my history, but he definitely knows. The son definitely knows. He knows, he remembers, I'm sure, when I was almost 100 pounds heavier. And so he was with me, living with me as I lost all that weight and got in the best shape of my life. Like, I literally went from being almost 100 pounds overweight to just being fucking ripped and shredded and muscular. Just with exercise and changing my diet. No supplements at all. Nothing. And so, and this is also really interesting to me, but they don't feel comfortable with their daughter eating just food. Like, they don't understand that fruit is food. And they don't feel comfortable with her eating just food. They don't understand that the flesh off of the carcasses of murdered animals is not frugivore food. Humans, we are frugivores. Animal flesh is not frugivore food. Frugivore food is fruits, primarily fruits. And if you look, like, I've seen different definitions, but it says like fruits, nuts, seeds. Nuts and seeds are also fruits. And then I've seen it say vegetables too. And I've talked to, people that enjoy eating raw vegetables just in their natural state. And I don't got nothing to say about it. If that's what you like, then that by definition, that would also fall under a frugivore diet. I don't eat vegetables because I don't like them. Everything I eat is in its raw natural state, and I don't mix things together. So, like, I wouldn't eat a salad. That's too many things to eat at one time. I only eat one thing at a time. And so there's no vegetable that I could just eat and enjoy by itself. Not broccoli, not cauliflower, not carrots. The closest thing would be beets, but I'm cool on it. Like, there's nothing. There's no vegetable. There's no fungus. There's no root or shoot or sprout or anything that, I could eat and enjoy eating in its raw natural state, just all by itself. Like, no seasoning, nothing to add flavor that's not there, like nothing. So for me, I just eat fruit. Right? And so, but it's like, they don't understand that we are frugivores. I guess they think we're carnivores or omnivores. And they're definitely not. See, like, this whole thing could have just been put to rest, right? If they would just read the labels on the back of what they're eating. I've been over the house before, like, their cabinets and refrigerator is just full of processed shit. And on the package of all of this processed waste is the list of poisons that are in it. All you gotta do is flip it over and read it. This is interesting to me because I said this to the son. And if the son was really interested in knowing the truth and interested in what's best for his daughter, then you could just look at what I'm saying and just prove me right or wrong just like that. Just by grabbing any package in the house, flipping it over, reading the ingredients. Just that simple. And so, this just makes me think this isn't about food. It is deeper than that. And I haven't, I don't know, like, wrap my mind around it fully. I honestly don't think about it. I only started thinking about it again after I seen the reel that was posted on Instagram and shared with me. If it hadn't have been shared with me by way of direct message, then I would have never seen it. And so I tell the son, you can feed her shit like that because you don't know what you're feeding her. I know what you're feeding her. I can't feed her shit that's not food. I can't feed her shit that I know is linked to cancer and diabetes. Like, that's hate. Like, how could I do that? Like, I know these things are linked to weight gain and obesity and addiction and overeating and diabetes and cancer and all these different conditions and diseases and illnesses. And I know it because I've been researching these things for over 10 years. You don't know because you don't even spin the fucking package around and read the label. But after I tell you, then you can just grab a package and spin it around and read the label and be like, damn, Pop's right. Damn, what the fuck is this long ass word? He could call the girlfriend in and say, hey, babe, look at this. What the fuck is this right here? Can you pronounce that? And then they could look at it together and I don't know how to pronounce that. Type that shit into Google, see what Google say. And then they could type it in and then boom, when the results come back and then they see the diseases it's linked to and they see how harmful it is and how toxic it is. Like these are things that they could do with me on the fucking phone. And then like I'm the dad. I'm the granddad. Like I could come over and go through these things with them and show them. You're poisoning your daughter, feeding her this shit. You're poisoning yourselves, feeding yourselves this shit. Just look in the fucking mirror. Like, look at how fucking big y'all are. That shit is not normal. Y'all both are incredibly unhealthy. And like y'all are still like babies. And look at how unhealthy y'all are. Like clearly you don't fucking know how to eat. You have no idea what you're doing and you're both just slowly killing yourselves. And on top of all of that, right? On top of all of that, I guess, you know, they feel eating just fruit is unsafe. Whatever. They both know somebody who has eaten just fruit for over 2 years. And I've done it a year prior. Prior to this over 2 years that I'm on now, I've eaten just fruit for a whole year before this. I'm living proof. Like, you're looking at the research. I do this every day. And now, like, I've even leveled up in this lifestyle because for the past 81 days as of today, and I believe today is June 1st, 2025, I have only eaten one fruit at a time for every meal. Every meal is just one fruit. And I haven't had anything to drink. I believe in 81 days also. Something like that. No, I think it's been long. I don't know. It's been at least 81 days. I haven't had anything to drink. I don't drink. The drink is in the fruit. I don't need to drink. I drink when I eat. It's all in the fruit that I eat. Like I just had honeydew for breakfast this morning. Everything I needed was in the honeydew. I don't need a glass. I don't need a juicer. I don't need a fucking straw. It's all in the fruit. I just eat the fruit. And I get the hydration. I get the nutrients. I get the minerals. Whatever the fuck this body needs that I don't even know, I get it all when I eat the fruit. I don't have to alter the fruit in any way, change it. I don't have to fucking have a machine chew it up for me, process it for me, digest it for me. Nothing. The fruit is perfectly balanced. Everything's in the fruit. So I'm just saying, they know. Like, it's not like most people. Like, I could, like, somebody came to somebody and was talking to them about like an all fruit diet, like eating just fruit, and they had never heard of anything like that before. And I could like, their apprehension, their hesitancy, their resistance to that would make sense because they never heard of anything like that before. Like, yo, that shit is wild. But they know someone personally who only eats fruit, who has only eaten fruit for over 2 years, and who is thriving just in every way. It's like, how do you still deny it? And they disagree with the life, but they're not thriving. Being overweight, being obese is not thriving. Like, there are so many things that they can't do that I can do because I'm thriving and they are not. Like, they're limited in a lot of ways because they're overweight, because they're obese. I don't have those limitations. So it's like, all the evidence, you would think, at least I would think, they would be asking me for help. Because you look at the evidence and it's clear. I know what I'm doing and they don't. I'm thriving and they're not. I'm healthy and they're not. And now they're teaching a child their ways. And they see the result of their ways every time they look in the mirror. Maybe every time they have, difficulty getting up off the couch or getting up, off the floor, or difficulty bending down. I don't get it. It's just really interesting to me. It's like all these sick people that be on social media talking shit and trying to give health advice and nutrition advice. How are you trying to give health and nutrition advice? Like, you're fat as fuck. You're overweight. You're obese. How are you trying to give health and nutrition advice? How are you trying to tell me how to eat? Like, it don't make sense. Like, it's like, what kind of game is this? Like, are you serious? Like, these people be serious. Like, clearly, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. How are you trying to give me advice? That's what it be, though. Like, people be having diabetes, people be on prescription drugs, people be having all kind of diseases, and they be trying to advise me and tell me what I can't do. And they've never even lived the lifestyle that I live. See, I've lived their lifestyle. Most of my life, I've lived their lifestyle. And I left it. I abandoned it. Because it's toxic. I was killing myself. I was making myself sick. I was making myself unhealthy. I left. I changed. I repented. I turned around. They've never lived a lifestyle eating just fruit. They don't even know what it's like. But they're like, they try to advise me, direct me, guide me, help me. Like, motherfucker, I don't need your help. You need my help. Shit. Look in the fucking mirror. You need my help. Look in your fucking, they call it a medicine cabinet, but it's really a drug cabinet. Look at all them goddamn prescriptions, all them drugs in your drug cabinet. I'm just saying, I don't go to the hospital. I'm not on any prescription drugs. I'm not on any drugs at all. No kind. I don't go to the hospital for blood work, for checkups, physical, none of that shit. I'm healthy. You don't need to go to the hospital when you're healthy. And I know that I'm in alignment with my Frugivore diet. My eating is in alignment. I don't have any worries. I don't have any concerns. I don't have any fears. See, people who don't eat right, they're constantly in fear. That's why they have what they call that health insurance or whatever. Bullshit, medical insurance, whatever. Because they know it's just a matter of time before they get sick. And they're going to have to go to the hospital and see a quack. And they have that insurance there because they know if they don't have the insurance, they're not going to be able to afford the care that they need and the drugs that they need and the surgeries that they need and the testing and the diagnosis and the procedures and the treatments that they need. So they get this insurance, which all it does is it brings the cost down to where they can afford it easier. It brings the cost of drugs down. It brings the cost of surgery down. It brings the cost of these treatments down. I mean, for me, you know, it's better to not have to have surgery. It's better to not have to have a prescription for drugs. It's better to not have to go to the hospital and see a quack at all. It's better to not get sick. It's better to take care of your health while you have it. It's better to value and appreciate your health while you have it. And you do that every time you eat. You do that through your diet by getting in alignment with your Frugivore diet. Now, you could think you're a goddamn carnivore or omnivore all you want, but the numbers don't lie. You know, there's over 500 million people suffering from obesity. There's over 500 million people suffering from diabetes. There's over 500 million people suffering from heart disease. There's millions of people dying from cancer every year. Heart disease is the number one cause of death globally. And not one of these people suffering just these few diseases that I mentioned are in alignment with their Frugivore diet. Not one. It's common sense, people. I just said that. I just said it's common sense, people. The people at the end part. But no, it's common sense. Like, how much goddamn motherfucking evidence and proof do you need?